Morning, guys. Well, it's my morning here, and I'm really excited to talk about carb backloading. But before I start talking about carb backloading versus the ketogenic diet, I'm going to show you the business. Check out the business. Yes, this is business. Okay, so this is me, 4 years in ketosis at 46. Okay, back to business, yeah? So, this is me. I really like to show people what it's like to be post-40, low body fat percentage, and not suffer any type of steroid hormonal issues, meaning my sex hormones are completely in balance, yeah? No starvation, okay? Okay, so I'm not starving, and I maintain a pretty low body fat percentage, and a lot of you guys ask me, well, what was your body fat percentage before you started the ketogenic diet? Well, it's a couple percentages higher, but I digress, okay? Doesn't matter. I'm older now, and I'm able to maintain a lean body mass on about probably about 1,800 calories, primarily coming from fats, 80%. Yes. Why? Because my body is a fat burning. What is it? The business. No, my body has become a very efficient fat burning machine. Okay, let's spaz it up. Spaz it up, spaz it up, spaz it up. Because early in the morning, and I'm going to be all over the place. Alright, okay guys, here we go. If I haven't annoyed you already, well, we've got more minutes to go, because there's probably about 12 minutes of craziness and about maybe 30 seconds of good information. But it's good, so it's like little nuggets, right? It's little like kernel nuggets that you gotta look for. Okay, so I do keto plans for people, and I have been for a couple years now. I've been 4 years in ketosis myself. Started with my mother having brain cancer, and my brother and I tried to starve the cancer growth by taking away the carbohydrates. When you take the carbohydrates away, you have to up your fats, or else your brain's going to get pissed off at you, plus the rest of your body. And then, so we stopped the cancer growth, and she's still alive, and I digress. Is she in ketosis now? No, but we tried to keep her carbs low, fats high. Gotta call her, Mom, eat your coconut oil. She's like, I already did it, Steph. Okay, here we go. So then I decided to try it on myself, and I was a little worried. Like, I thought I was going to have low energy, and I wouldn't be able to make it through my workouts. But I was wrong. And I'm happy that I was wrong. Because it's been a journey. People, and I digress, so I'm going to bounce around a little bit. So that people don't realize, I'll probably do a video on this, so people don't realize that I made mistakes, and I ate a little fat in the beginning, ate too much fat, gained 6 pounds, but I was eating like 3,000 calories over 4 months. And, but I didn't care, because like, everybody's in a freaking hurry. I want to lose weight now. I want to lose weight now. I want to lose weight now. Come on, people. It doesn't work like that. No. Patience is a virtue. You have to be patient, because you might have metabolic derangement. You might have to kind of repair your systems. So, here we go. Carb backloading versus really being in a ketogenic state all the time. Now, everybody has their preference for the paleo diet and for cyclic ketosis, but my whole thing is I gotta practice what? I gotta practice what I preach, and I'm going to be a little bit more swayed towards what I feel works the best, but everybody does that, yeah? But as you can see, this is the business. So at least I am practicing truly what I preach. Okay, guys, so here we go. So the whole concepts of the ketogenic diet, clearly, if you've seen my ridiculous videos, is to drive your fats high and your carbohydrates low, to signal the brain to learn how to use a primal response to burn units of fat for the brain. Obviously, for your cells, yeah? for your metabolism, but really to keep the brain happy. Yeah. And it's a nice even kill energy. You don't suffer bouts of hypoglycemia when you are keto adapted. And you friggin' get lean without breaking down your muscle because you are not going into a state of gluconeogenesis to fuel the brain with sugar. Because yes, muscles, amino acids, tissue, and bone can be broken down into sugar to keep the brain happy. So we've really got to drive the carbs on the fat side to make sure that the brain knows what to do. Okay, so here we go. That's what I do, and I've done it for 4 years, and it's just gotten better. My hormones have just gotten better. My muscles have just gotten better. Okay, then there's carb backloading, which they believe is kind of a similar concept. But really and truly because, because ketogenic diet, you do get stronger over time. How do I know this? Because I've done it for 4 years, people, and I've practiced it on my clients for the last 2 years, watching and seeing what works. It's all trial and error, right? I'm not in a science lab. I'm just in the science lab here. Okay, so the carb backloading is to wake up in a fasted state to become more insulin sensitive. And insulin sensitivity is training your body to uptake glucose into the muscle instead of to your fat cells. Because if it lands in here, yeah, then it's going to be used as energy. And that's what we want. So you fast all night, and if you're, if you have low body fat, it makes more sense because you are more insulin sensitive in the morning to be able to eat breakfast and then to become, as they say, better and efficient at using the carbohydrates that you eat for breakfast as energy. So that's that concept. But the backloading concept is if you're a little bit higher in body fat percentage, then, and you want to improve your performance and your growth hormone, then you fast all day long, and then you have a later workout, and then you reintroduce the carbohydrates back into your system post-workout. And they say to eat refined carbs, which, hello, Z's! How good is that for you? Not good. All right? I'm all about eating whole foods, right? You do eat carbs when you get into a state of nutritional ketosis. You do eat carbohydrates, but they come from healthy plant sources that are lower in, let's say, the glycemic index, lower in sugar. So, whole thing is to be in a keto-like state. There is no such thing. You are not going to be in a state of ketosis. Yes, if you don't eat for 6 hours, you will start to release ketones. So maybe that's the concept. But they're not usable because the brain doesn't know what to do with them. They're like, what the hell is this stuff, eh? What is this? I can't use this. I don't know what to do with it. Where are my carbs? So you want to not eat carbs all day long so you become more and more and more sensitive to the insulin. So then when you do reintroduce back into your body the carbohydrates, then they are stored in your muscle. And they're not stored as body fat. And then you have this like carb of process to have this insulin growth factor. You want to have this factor of being able to use amino acids into your muscle from the carbohydrates and then get good quality muscle and strength. It's really in preparation for the next day. It's not really for that particular day, which doesn't make sense in the CrossFit world. And you guys are kind of having different workouts. And so how do you moderate your carbohydrates with carb backloading? So I get people who come to me who are like, help me, I've done the carb backloading and it's not working for me. Now, it could work if you're an athlete, yeah? So I don't disagree with that. I just disagree with the refined carbs. And I really don't like the fact that you're fasting all day. What's your brain thinking? If you're supposed to give your brain glucose every couple of hours and you're not eating, you're in a fasted state and your body doesn't know how to use the ketones, then you're effed. You don't feel great. You might be more insulin sensitive and you might get through your workout kind of like, oh, where's my MCT oil? I need some energy. And then later you like replete in your carbs. But in reality, How's it going to help your thyroid? Especially if you've got metabolic derangement. And most people do because they're not athletes. And their bodies, they don't have the muscularity. They don't have the muscle memory. And they don't have the metabolism to carb backload. Sure, it can work for people, but it doesn't work for everyone. And I'm getting these women trying it, and it's screwing up their systems. And these men who are sort of in that andropause phase, right? And they're lower in testosterone. It's not working. More metabolic derangement, thyroid, adrenals, and the brain's pissed off. So you guys, ketogenic, here's the carb backloading, works for some people. I say do the ketogenic diet. You know why? Because you don't go through this, right? The brain's not like, no glucose, feel like crap, low energy, hypoglycemia, to then working out and then replete your carbs for the next day. That puts stress on your body. That's not normal. It's not normal. Maybe if you're a hunter and you're repleting your carbs, but you're resting, you're in a rested state, maybe that makes sense. Maybe that makes sense. Not really. Today, it doesn't make sense because we don't live like that. So you're going to fast all day long, okay, and then your brain's going like, I need to conserve energy, and then you're going to work out, and then you're going to eat a lot of refined carbohydrates afterwards. Because if you eat slow burning carbs like sweet potatoes and whatnot, or beans, then you might be more likely to store body fat. So, ketogenic diet, you don't go through any of that. You just literally use 40,000 calories of body fat at any one time to fuel the brain. So you feel freaking alive. You feel great. You feel amazing. You feel energized. No more hypoglycemia, no more coffee, no more alcohol, and no more crappy foods that make give you like dysbiosis of the gut and IBS and all this weird stuff. Fibromyalgia, all these fibroids that women develop, headaches, muscle aches, inflammation. Ketogenic diet balances all of that. So you can eat a bunch of refined carbs, and what happens? Those little creatures, those little fungal spores start to grow like crazy. That doesn't work. And then you don't get rid of the inflammation. So maybe if you're an athlete, maybe if you're a high-level athlete, but if you're not, ketogenic diet. Learn more, Stephanie Person Skater, that's my Facebook, or go to stephanieperson.com. Soon going to be back up with more information. All right, peace, y'all. The spaz in the morning.